afternoon, Hemant. Welcome to this Poland. My name is Hemant Bakshi. I'm Customer Service Manager.
And my name is Nikita Kolte, and I'm the Key Account Manager for P&G Europe. We welcome you here, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, so let's dive into the questions. You have visited Poland several times. Is there any local food, tradition, experience, or conversation that you have particularly enjoyed staying to?
Okay, so I must tell you, this is my second visit, not several times, but the last time I came, it was really cold. It was minus 30 degrees and everything was, there was snow outside and I thought I was in the end of the world because there was nothing to be seen. And this time it's summer, it's vibrant and so on, so it's so different. So it almost seems like two different places to me. And what I really like and enjoy about being here in Poland is that my perception of Poland was that it's very different from India, it's very arid. And yet, the way the Indian employees who've been here for a long time, like Nikita and of course all our local employees, how well they work together. So that to me is really very, very encouraging and also very interesting, not something I expected at all.
I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you. What stands out most to you about the people and workplace culture at our Poland plant compared to other locations?
So I think I find the people are very friendly and anywhere I go. So that's true for everywhere in the EPL, wherever, whichever country I go to. But I think in Poland, especially so, especially when, the language is not easy for, most Indians to understand, for me to understand. In fact, it's Carolina, you have to help me with something. I cannot pronounce the name of the town we are in where the factory is. So how do you pronounce it?
It's Międzyrzecz. Actually, this is between the rivers. This is like the name of the city, yes? So, but you can try, of course.
How? Międzyrzecz.
Yeah, absolutely.
Międzyrzecz. So yeah, so it's difficult. As I'm sure you find Indian names difficult to pronounce as well.
Yes, please do not change it. No. Okay, so let's go to the next question. What role does the Poland plant play in our global strategy? And how does it strengthen our position across the region and beyond?
Yeah, so I think that's a really important question, Carolina, because I feel in some ways we've made a big bet on Europe. And when I came to the business, and I used to work in Unilever for very long, and in Unilever, Europe is always seen as a market which cannot grow. And the expectation is that in Europe, you just manage for cost. And that was my perception when I came into this role. But then over a period of time, I realized that there's a real opportunity for us to grow in Europe. And therefore, we made a significant investment in Europe. So we've said there are only 3 countries in the world where we will invest to grow our extruded business. And that's China, India, and Europe. So we've made significant investments here. Poland is already and will become more and more the nerve center of Europe. And for me personally, I think we have a real opportunity to manage our business with a lot of efficiency in Poland, but be able to serve entire Europe. So it's a big bet you're making on Europe. And for me personally, getting Europe to grow would be a huge success.
Thank you. That's tremendous. What are you hearing from our customers in Europe today? And how are we adapting to meet their evolving needs and expectations?
So I must confess and be really honest with you, I haven't met too many customers in Europe. The best experience I've had so far is in the Paris packaging week, where a lot of customers came to our stall because they found it interesting and all. So I personally feel that the expectations of our customers are quite high in Europe. Of course, Carolina will take care of the customer service, but that's a big need for them. In addition to that, I think we have to bring our best innovations to Europe.
Okay.
And we must start thinking and acting like a global business rather than, only a European or only an Indian or only an American business. We have some great stuff happening in China. We have really interesting things happening elsewhere. We must bring all our best innovations to our customers, and then we must delight them with customer service. And I feel, and I speak about this a lot, and I've spoken about it with Navneet, we are relatively a small player in Europe. We don't have the leadership position, let's say we have in India or China. So if we are a challenger, what do we have to do to delight our customers so that they're taken aback by what we can do? So I think we have to think about that. We are not there yet, but I'm convinced we'll get there.
Wow, that is a food for thought, definitely.
That leads me to a question.
Yeah.
Since you said food for thought, how long have you been here, Nikita?
It's been, it'll be almost 3 years in July. So, yes, it's my first stint in Europe. I've been like born, brought up in India, and this is my first career stint in Europe or outside India.
So do you enjoy the food in Poland?
Great, but I think Marie will take me back. But I do enjoy the food here. Now,
And
that
what's been the most interesting part about living in Poland?
I think I overall like the work-life balance here because there is life beyond work as well, and I think that is interesting. Along with the weather, it can be challenging, but I wouldn't trade my experience for anything else here.
That's good to hear.
Thank you. To the second question, as you look ahead, what are your top priorities or focus areas you would like the European team to double down on in the next year?
Yeah. So my own view on this one, guys, that the key driver for our business is to get growth, right? We have to grow. And one of the things which we spoke about is how we can double our business in the next 5 years. Now, if you have to double your business in 5 years, if you do simple math, you need to grow about 14% a year on year. And we have to get that growth from every region. That growth will not come only for one or two regions. So Europe has to play its part. We've had challenges last year. It's good to acknowledge that we've had challenges. But I'm absolutely confident that you'll get out of that. But together, we have to get this business to grow again. And not grow by 4 or 5%. We have to get to double. And if you do that, that'll be absolutely fantastic.
Taking me forward, sir. With the Indovida merger, EPL has effectively doubled in size. You have set a goal to further double it in the next 5 years. I have 2 questions. What is the part that excites you the most? And what are the challenges that you foresee? So, 2 sides at the same point.
Yeah. So what excites me the most is I don't know how to do it. And when you don't know how to do it, it makes you nervous, but also is exciting because together then we'll find a way. Because I truly believe that if you set a goal which is so realistic that you know how to do it, it's not as exciting as when you don't know how to achieve that number. So that's what really excites me. But I also believe that, apart from just organic growth, we will have to do acquisitions. And to be able to find the right acquisitions, of course, make sure we can do the deal, then integrate that business and grow the business within EPL will also be quite useful. Because if you really trace the history of EPL, and not the recent history, but if you go back in the past, a lot of our growth came because we were willing to do different things. People tell me at one point in time, you were also a machine manufacturer. So in the past, in our history, we have done very different things. But in the last few years, maybe we've become a bit cautious. We haven't done as many new things. So I really think we should be also looking at inorganic opportunities and doing things which make us uncomfortable, which will lead to learning, which will create a lot of excitement.
Being said that, at this scale, what do you think becomes more harder? Is it the growth, the culture, or is it the execution?
So, I find something quite interesting that wherever I go in the world, and it could be US, it could be China, I find that there is a certain EPL feed. I find it quite interesting that you go to China, which is a very dynamic market. And when I used to be in uni in China, I couldn't find anyone who had spent more than 3 years in Europe. When I go to EPL, everyone spent 15 years, 20 years, like Carolina said, she's been there for 11 years, 50 years. So there's something special about EPL, which generates this level of emotional connect that people are willing to stay with us for so long, even in markets which are very, very dynamic. Poland's very dynamic as well. So there's something special about this company, and I can't define it. But as we become bigger and more complex, we must not lose that culture. We must not lose that emotional bond. Because if we lose that, then we lose EPL.
Very well said. Coming to the last question of our podcast, you've spoken about 3 times the enterprise value ambition. As we double the revenue, what else is needed as per market expectations for the 3 times enterprise value, which was spoken about?
I think what the market will reward us is for growth. So we must grow consistently and we must be able to hold and grow our margins slightly. So we don't have to grow our margins dramatically. Slight increase in margins, but continuous, consistent growth is what the market will reward us for. I also feel in India, for a company our size, they are looking for growth, but they're also looking for ambition. They're looking for, a narrative which paints a picture of a much bigger, much more exciting company. So we have to build that narrative, but not just build the narrative, but also to live up to it. Okay, so the last question of the podcast. Carolina, you worked with so many Indians for 15 years. Tell me one or two things which you find interesting about that.
Actually, overall, I love to work with people. This is why I'm in the position I am right now, because I'm the customer service manager. And also previously I was working in sales. And as you said, I was working with many people. With Indian guys, they are very friendly, they are very open. And I really appreciate all the time which we spend together. However, the spicy food, this is not something for me. I don't enjoy. I really prefer something like Polish, especially. Maybe from time to time, yes, but not like constant.
So today when we have dinner, maybe we have Polish food and not spicy Indian food.
Sometimes from time to time, this is good to have something like different, yeah? Maybe I will enjoy it at home. Each kitchen might be different.
Thank you, Hemant, for the insightful discussion, and it was great having you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hemant.
Thank you.